Yo, welcome back again. As from our previous videos, we've been talking about your mental health and you. And the last video, we talked about various things that can be responsible for mental health, like worry, fear, frustration, resentment, anger, past experience, setback, anxiety, or toxic relationship, or if you're in a toxic environment. All these things contribute to mental health. That's why you cannot function normally. But I would like to make you understand that first, you are here for a purpose and for a reason. That means God created you for a purpose and for a reason. To come to this world to make an impact. Everyone is created for a special purpose. Don't forget that we're created in God's image, and God made us to come alive, to be born into the world so that we can do his works. Jesus came, brought us salvation, he left, then he asked us to continue the works. So when the enemy knows that we have a mandate and an assignment to do God's work in our life, he brings things into our lives to hinder us from fulfilling our purpose. And that's all the things I've been talking about. The worry, the fear, the frustration, the pain, the struggle, the challenges, disappointments, anger, bitterness, stress, toxicity, toxic relationship, and you can just keep naming them. Your health, issues with your finances, issues with your work, your career, you just name it. Every aspect of life that you know that can cause problems or is causing issues in your life right now, it's all is a gimmick. It's all something for you to realize that it's supposed to be used to hinder you from moving forward. But unfortunately, even me as a victim, we focus so much on these things that bother us that we do not see beyond it. When we wake up, when we sleep, all we think about is our worry, our fear, our frustration. We put so much focus on it that we don't even think about what the future holds for us. We keep putting ourselves, limiting ourselves, thinking about our past and our immediate present, that we don't even think about what the greatness that the future holds for us. So I'd like to come to tell you today that whatever it is that is, working against you, you need to know that something greater and bigger is waiting for you in your immediate future. So do not dwell in what is bothering you right now. That is why it's always important for you to seek for help. Once you know that you are experiencing mental health, that you cannot function. It has happened to me. I'm just coming out of my own too, and I can see the great change, the difference. I was held back for 20 years. 20 years. Held back in frustration, in bitterness, in anger, in unforgiveness. Because I kept on dwelling in that same cycle every time. But I noticed that it did not move me forward. Things that I planned to achieve, I could not achieve them because I kept on dwelling on what had happened. Regrets, pain, tears, and I just couldn't move. And I decided to ask myself a question like, why is it I can't move forward? Despite, okay, fine, all these things have happened. It happened in the past, So why is that I cannot move forward? Even when I try to push myself forward, I struggle to move forward because of this stronghold. I'm being bound, I'm being held back because of my thoughts, my mindset, my belief that, I've been hurt so much that I may not be able to, function as fully as I'm supposed to be. But I just found out that all this works in your mind, that despite whatever it is that you must have gone through, I understand, like I always say, it could be a terrible situation, it could be a horrible abusive situation that has messed up your mental state, it could be it has caused you the greatest trauma that anyone could ever believe or think of, it could have messed up your life, messed up your destiny. I know, but don't forget, there's always a new beginning. No matter how much you must have gone through in the past, no matter how much you must have been broken into pieces, you can still mend those pieces together. and continue from where you stop. Don't give up. Don't let the enemy use what he has used to hold you down forever. That is stealing. That means he's stealing from you. Do not allow what it is that is working against you right now to work against you forever. There's nothing wrong, in going through those things and, having a moment, crying, having those regretful moments. Why did I even think about it? Why did I let it happen to me? I should have known, I should have, could have, would have. I understand all that. But the fact is that, okay, now that it was not the way that you hoped it was going to be in the past, there's hope for the future. So my advice is start working towards the future. God has already told us in his word that we should bring our burdens unto him and he will give us rest. He said, cast your burdens upon me because he cares for you. God knows already that we're going to be going through problems. He knows that we're going to experience traumas. He knows that we're going to be having challenges. We're going to be having struggles. He knows all that. But he said, look, bring all of them to me and I'll give you rest. So that when God gives you rest, when God takes your burdens out from your heart and gives you peace, then you can move forward. Then you can happily fulfill your purpose. Enjoy your life. Be joyful. Draw from the strength of the Lord. The Bible said the strength of the Lord, the joy of the Lord is my strength. You draw from the strength of the Lord to receive your joy. Do not allow the enemy to keep stealing from you. Cast away the worry, the fear, the trauma, the anxiety. Cast it aside. Let God take hold of it for you so that you can walk through life, so that you can be fulfilled, so that you will not die unfulfilled or die empty. So that you not give all your life and your spirit and your soul to the enemy to take charge. Because when you keep holding on to those things, that depressive mode, that anger, that trauma, when you keep holding on to all those bitterness and all those grudges against the other person or whoever it is or whatever it is or whatever the situation is that has caused for you, you cannot move forward. You need to open your heart. You need to release your heart. If you don't release your heart, how can Jesus come in and help you? How can God even help? The Bible says that Jesus said that he knocks at the door of your heart. If you open it up for him, he will come inside. But if you close it all up and it's all tightened up, then how can he even come inside and help you? If your mind and your soul and your spirit is so congested with the issues of life and what life has done to you, then how can you have space for change? How can you have space for a new beginning? You need to create space in your heart. That's what I did. I had to create space in my heart, in my mind. I had to take out everything as much as I could so there will be space for me to think. And let me tell you a secret. The moment you open up your heart and you create space in your heart and you let go of some of the things that are holding you, the bitterness, the anger, the grievance, the unforgiveness, when you let it go, do you know that it is automatic? You start seeing a new version of you. Your mind and your thoughts start acting differently. You start seeing into the future. It's like a curtain or a scarf has just been lifted up your face, your eyes. Then you start seeing clearly. Then you start seeing yourself doing greater things. You start having a better hope, a better thought. You start thinking of positive things. You start thinking of how you can move forward. It just comes to you automatically. Your eyes starts to open. It's like a new revelation. It's like a spiritual, opening to your inner mind. I'm telling you, you need to try it. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And it starts to give you this joy. It starts to give you this confidence that, oh my goodness, look, I can just see myself doing stuff. New ideas will start coming to your head. New creativity will start coming to your mind. And you start thinking of how you can put one or two things together to make it work like this. You start seeing visions. You start to see dreams. You try it, because that's exactly what's happening to me now. And that's why I'm coming out to tell you that do not allow anything to hold you down. Open your heart, open your mind, let it go. The worst thing that can happen to someone is for you to hold on to bitterness and anger until you die. What are you going to tell God on the last day? That you could not fulfill your purpose or do what you're supposed to do or enjoy your life because of one person or because of one situation or because this person did this thing to me, this person made my life miserable. I understand. I'm not saying that it does not hurt. Of course, it's hurtful. I've been there. It's very, very hurtful. But what do? Do you sit down there and waddle in the mud because you're hurt, dust yourself up and move on. That is what will give you back your joy, your peace. That is what will bring love back into your life. And guess what? Other people too will see you, notice you, commend you, and even be part of your growth. Let yourself loose so that you can see the other side that God has prepared for you right from the beginning, the greater side of you, the better version of you. Don't allow any situation whatsoever to hold you down. So that is my message for you today. Open up your heart. Let God come into your heart. Let your life be filled with love so that you can move forward, so you can do the great things that God has had planned for you to do. And so you will be happy and you will be fulfilled. And all glory, honor, and majesty will go back to God. I hope this message has blessed you. Have a great day. Goodbye.